We have been waiting for the longest time for this game to hit, and it is finally here. Just exploring Hogwarts for hours, even if I'm not doing anything other than walking around and exploring and uncovering its secrets by just not following anything at all and just doing my own thing that still satisfies me like no other game has. Usually I always have to be doing something or heading towards something. You never know what you are going to come across just by walking around and exploring. I was just wandering around Hogwarts for hours thinking, okay, I have explored all of this castle, then suddenly I ended up somewhere brand new, where I have never been before. Oh my god, this game, it's huge, it's amazing, it is phenomenal. And as you go, you'll be seeing Revelio a lot, because it basically casts a spell to reveal things nearby, to reveal things in the environment like loot, secrets and other stuff. So you'll be seeing Revelio a lot. During the day, this world is well lived in. It's a busy, bustling world during the day. And at night, it's just absolutely wow. It's an atmosphere, that's for sure. It is a vibe. It is cozy at night. It's like sitting in your common room by the fire. Cozy. It's just such an atmosphere to this world and the castle and just everything around. Everything you do in the game has challenges attached to them. There is loads of collectibles to find and discover. I think there is in total 604 collectibles to find. You'll be completing main missions and side missions, as well as attending class, doing assignments, completing trials, solving puzzles, doing side quests. There's a whole bunch of side quests to discover. There's also the Room of Requirements. It's basically your own space that you can customize and decorate to however you like. There's also seasons in the game as well, which to my belief I was in Hogwarts, roaming around, and then I go out into the courtyard of Hogwarts, then all of a sudden there's pumpkins everywhere, because it's Halloween. And I love the fact that there is seasons. Next it'll probably start snowing, and there'll be Christmas trees in Hogwarts, and I cannot wait for that. You can also decorate the Room of Requirements with seasonal items as well. The leaves will start falling off the trees and the colour of the trees will change colour to more of an autumn fall theme, and oh, I love it. I love it so much. As you explore this huge, freely open world, you'll be stumbling across chests to open, field guide pages, statues and so much more, making questionable decisions as you continue on with your adventure and increasing relationships with students around Hogwarts by choosing to help those students with certain tasks and choosing the right dialogue options that will all affect how those around you see you. You'll be aiding people in Hogsmeade as well with their errands and tasks. Aside from picking up quests from random people and just discovering small little towns around the world, when you're not at Hogwarts or Hogsmeade, you can buy items, you can buy wares from people, be it potions, items of clothing, spells, seeds. You can go for different hairstyles even. You can also buy new brooms as well, and also sell any item that you potentially don't want or don't need. You can also pet cats. This isn't a mission, but I have made it my own mission, a priority in fact, to pet every cat I come across. Fast travelling within different parts of the castle and towns around the world by using Floo Flames you unlock as fast travel points when new areas are discovered. Why can't we go to sleep in the game instead of our character just sitting on the floor to turn night into day for a quest? Our character just chills on the floor there, sits on the floor and sleeps until daybreak. We have a common room with a bed. It's a school with dorm rooms and we can't actually use them. Let's move on though. Now, there will be areas of the castle that will require you to obtain certain spells to continue on to those restricted areas. And a lot of areas at first will be locked. Will have a level 1 lock or a level 2 lock or a level 3 lock. As you go with main missions and side missions, you will be learning new spells that will really aid you in the world with certain tasks or certain objectives that will require you to use the spell to get past that section, or to defeat so many enemies with that spell that you've just learned. And when you do learn new spells, it's basically button prompts. It's timely button prompts. So it's kind of like the PlayStation 1 learning spells, to be fair, if I remember rightly. So you use the stick to go around the spell, and you have to button press to speed it up and press the right buttons that's on the screen. You'll be brewing your own potions as well, planting seeds to make deadly, poisonous plants that will offer different effects in combat, like mandrakes that completely stun and deafen any enemy around you. And some potions will give you added effects, and the gear you equipped and wear will have its own stat levels from defense and offense, overall level and rarity of that item. Chopping and changing gear because this gear is rarer than that gear. This gear puts up your defense, but that gear puts up your offense better. While that gear is equipped, you can also, if you just want to, for example, wear your Gryffindor robe or your school robe or whatever house you're in, you can actually disguise the gear that you've put on if you just want to make sure your stats for your character are good. Say, for example, these are high spec, but the items look ugly. You would rather not wear this style of clothing, but you have to because the high spec. This is where transmog comes into effect. Now there is a talent section as well with spells, dark arts, core, stealth and room of requirements. And when you level up and do things in the world, you will be rewarded with talent points to spend on these abilities. You will have 4 spell slots, and these can be swapped out for other spells that you have unlocked. You can swap them out at any given time, because sometimes the spells that you have there, it'll require you for a different spell to be slotted there. For say a spell that is better against this enemy to deal more damage, and so on. And you've got a special meter as well to unleash an absolutely brutal attack. All spells after use in combat do have a cooldown before they can be used again as well. Certain enemies will be able to have shields around them, and to get through those shields you'll need to use a corresponding spell that is the same colour as that shield. And then you can basically just spam attack, and you can do a dodge roll and roll out the way of attacks coming at you. And also parry attacks, send them back to them, and do numerous spells to take down the enemy. You can sneak up behind them when invisible as well. And you can use certain things in the environment to throw at them. And if you want to, you can essentially throw them off the cliff or just kill them. Yeah, it's a Harry Potter game, and you can kill people. You can electrocute them to an absolute crisp, absolutely obliterate them with a special attack. Not all spells are for combat though. Bringing unreachable items to you, repairing broken structures in the environment and more. As you go, you will be given a wand at Hogsmeade, and that can be customised to your liking. You will be able to upgrade your broom as well. There's also beasts that is just absolutely mind-blowingly awesome. Riding on these beasts. You can breed them, you can feed them, you can ride on them, you can collect them all. It's awesome. The beasts are awesome. I thought flying on a broom was amazing, but the beasts, it's just flying around Hogwarts in this world and just going to the far reaches of this world and just discovering something new. Just flying and wondering, what's that over there? And just going to it. From entering flying races at the Quidditch arena to just flying around the entire map is again just simply amazing. Every single aspect of this game as a whole is just phenomenal. I'm mainly just going around exploring this world in awe, exploring this world with amazement of how magical and amazing and incredible this whole Wizarding world is. There is magic in the air, and it's a beautiful thing.